is they're calling this the world's first crypto war. And I think that's a very, very apt way of looking at it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
really, really interesting. In and amongst the crypto price, just the bottom dropping out and, markets in turmoil right now, just look at what's happening. Like, this is the first war where something like this has happened. So on both sides of the coin, right, we're in a very sort of historic moment in time right now. On the Ukraine side, when I first saw this report, and Decrypt is actually updating this article every couple of hours, it was 400,000 had been sent to Ukraine, right? Then it was 4 million. Now today, in one day, it's gone to $18.6 million has been sent, to Ukrainians in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and NFT sales, right? And this is just really, really fascinating stuff. How they've managed to, in the midst of their ATMs having a bank run right now. So if you don't know what a bank run is, it's when everyone decides to withdraw at the exact same time. This is happening in Russia and Ukraine right now. Bitcoin seems to be the most liquid way to transport money right now. So that's absolutely fascinating. Now, on the other
Yeah.
side, Ahmed, we know Putin is partial to crypto. What people don't realize is central banks often operate outside of the remit within the government, even in a highly autocratic country like Russia. And initially the Russian central bank, and if you guys are subscribers, if you're not, what are you guys doing? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We spoke about the fact that the central bank wanted to outlaw Bitcoin. And then Putin came back and said, you know what? No, I actually see merit in Bitcoin. I actually see merit in Bitcoin mining, and he got them to back off a little bit. So this is just pure speculation right now. I will say that some of the market, the crypto sphere, and that's why I didn't want to share a crypto sphere article, is they're making a bigger deal out of nothing, right? There's all these rumors around, Russia's going to use XRP. So the XRP army is not worried about what's happening to Ukrainians and ethnics and minorities right now. They're just really happy that maybe Russia will use XRP, which is pure just speculation right now. That's not happening. There's no signs or indications of that happening. And even on the side of Russia, people talking about Putin, using Bitcoin. Now, I don't necessarily think that's the case per se, although honestly, we've seen, more weirder things happen. But the interesting thing to note is, like I was talking about before, the West has now cut off most of Russia's bank from the SWIFT system. So that's the old way to send money. That's the old system that it's a messaging service that the banks use to send money. So it's cut Russia out a fair bit. Now, what's actually quite interesting is that they haven't cut everything out. So it's, I'm just kind of quoting here. Picking certain Russian banks will ensure the sanctions have maximum impact whilst preventing too much impact on Europe, because they will still be able to buy Russia's oil. Now, this is a good and a bad thing. This also shows you that Russia's been preparing for this. They have enough reserve currency. They have a pipeline of oil that's not stopping anytime soon. So this war may not be ending as quickly as we would like. But it does kind of give you pause for thought in terms of Russia now potentially, again, this is pure speculation. We're not Bitcoin maxis or crypto maxis here. We try to be very objective with you guys, our listeners. On Twitter, some people are saying, yeah, Russia, crypto. That is pure speculation at this point. If it happens, then great. But right now it's pure speculation. But it does, it tells you a lot about what's sort of happening right now. Now, the other thing I want to talk about on the Russian side is, in this another sort of article, Bitcoin is playing a big, big role. One thing that you do need to keep in mind, that Russia is much of the world's crypto mining hash rate is in Russia. I believe it's like the third highest country on earth where the Bitcoin hash rate is actually happening right now. That's in Russia. So Russia's already pretty pro crypto. Something to think about. So really, really exciting times. Whether sort of Russia adopts crypto in a more deeper thought, that kind of remains to be seen. But what should you be doing right now? Like, that's the question, right, Ahmed? That's the question in everyone's minds. That's what I'm sort of thinking about as well.
How do I plan my next move? How do I plan my next move from all this story?
Sometimes, and we've said this before, the move that helps you sleep at night, often that's the best move. My advice right now would be monitor what's happening. Two things, actually. The first thing would be monitor what's happening. Now, this is a nice little resource. If you're on Twitter, the Spectator Index. Now, these guys, they share financial news, political news in the financial context, right? Focus on the finance, business news, etc., etc. Now, right now, you can imagine a lot of this news is on Ukraine. 17 minutes ago, Ukraine says, 4,500 Russian soldiers have been killed, blah, blah, blah. It just kind of goes on and on, talks about what's happening in the conflict, whether Russia's, advancing or whatever. So, I like this as a good sort of summary site in terms of seeing what's happening on the markets.